Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, 16th July 2026 Aries. Because your tendency recently has been to brood over everything, a day like this can't be beneficial. It has been difficult for you to find material satisfaction, but today offers you a view of the world in an intangible way. You may find it especially gratifying to participate in an artistic or religious activity. Taurus, there are days when you feel wonderful about being able to attribute and feel any event. Your rational mind will search for a reason to be happy. And if you count the number of times when you do things against your will or better judgment, it becomes obvious that logic and reason don't always apply to this world. Don't even try to understand it. Just observe it. Gemini, the day ahead should be excellent. You've been searching for meaning behind recent events. No doubt there have been a lot of changes both at work and at home. You burst in with a new ambition. You're likely to put all your experiences into the happiest step at a time and be grateful for the thrilling life that you have today. You may not get a specific answer, but sometimes feeling grateful is the answer on its own. Cancer, you'll probably be perfectly in tune with the day ahead. Of course, there are days when it's tempting to run away from the reality of the moment. At times like today, you're so compassionate that you find it easy to listen to others, and life is truly rewarding. People find your company soothing and pleasant, and they're likely to thank you for it. Leo, don't even try to understand what's happening today because you won't be able to fathom. Collect currents of concern are imposing upon your life, and you are powerless to stop it. Some soul searching will help. At this moment, you feel like you're just a grain of sand in the vast universe. But is this really so? Virgo, this kind of strange day doesn't occur often and you no longer seem to know what you want. Work off of time, redecorate the home or live in a beach shack. It's hard to communicate because you feel it's pointless to explain yourself to the full point of view, especially when others seem not to understand. The best thing to do is for you to unplug from their usual activities and go for a walk. The confusion will pass. Libra, letters, phone calls, or emails from afar could put you in touch with new interesting people. They could bring fascinating ideas your way. Shared knowledge could lead to mutual advancement on material and spiritual levels. This process just might be the turn of casual acquaintance into a firm friend, and expect a lot of contact with these people for a long time to come. Scorpio, the current aspects encourage cultivating your spirituality, however advanced you are on your spiritual journey. There are revelations, awakenings, and new experience awaiting you. Visit a church or a secluded spot to nature and speak to it. Let's soak up the energy and indulge in the investigation. Check out some new books on spirituality or the Bible and pay attention to your dreams. Sagittarius, a new opportunity could come your way today and it might seem like a dream come true. The chance you've been waiting for, but you'll still want to think about it a bit. The reason is that it could well disrupt your life, including your romantic circumstances. Before you commit to anything, check the facts carefully to make sure it is as good as it seems. Either way, you'll be glad that you did it. Capricorn, new communications equipment may make whatever you do much easier. You might have some doubts about your ability to use it, but don't worry. You'll be able to deal with it as time goes by. You'll find that it will open up new doors for you, both with regard to compiling information and staying in contact with old and new friends. Aquarius, a long-term friendship could suddenly develop into something more. You could see the person in a new light and realize that this is a very attractive human being. It might come to you as a shock, however, the idea could take a little time to get used to. Don't ignore it for that reason. Just approach with caution and see where it takes you. Go with the flow. Pisces, too much is on your mind right now, so you could have trouble sleeping. When you do manage to drop off, you could experience bizarre dreams, and this is the only downside to your present situation. Everything else should be going very well. It might help to take a walk at night before you go to bed. This clears your head and gets the endorphins going and works off the excess energy. For sure, this is your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, July 16th, 2026. Do have yourself a great day.
Well, hello and good morning and welcome to the DBS Morning Show. I promised you guys yesterday, I'll see you guys again today, and here we are in each other's company, and I'm grateful to be back here. You know what we do, you know what we do, you know the drill. We go on over to the news department and we find out what's going on there.
Good morning. Time now for the news. My name is Timothy Paulion. As families continue to grapple with the rising cost of living, the government is extending tax relief on a range of essential food items in an effort to ease the financial strain on consumers. While the move has been welcomed, many shoppers say grocery prices remain stubbornly high. The Department of Consumer Affairs says it is stepping up monitoring efforts to ensure the savings are passed on to the public.
Comprehensive assessments were conducted by the Consumer Affairs Department, which examined the impact of these concessions between August 2023 up until April 26. And the department found that these measures have contributed to lower prices and improved affordability and price stability for consumers.
Wendy Frederick is encouraging businesses to support the initiative by ensuring that the tax exemptions are reflected in retail prices where applicable. She's also urging consumers to report any inconsistencies they observe on price-controlled items while shopping across the island. Questions continue to mount following a tense exchange at the 51st CARICOM Heads of Government meeting, where Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre was challenged by an Al Jazeera journalist over his government's response to the February 16th airstrike that allegedly claimed the lives of St. Lucian fishermen.
We're saying that the government, there are things the government could do. Come and level with the public. Indicate to us what actions you've taken, what the responses have been, what you plan to do next. These are things the government can do so that the public gets a sense that the government is sensitive, the government is compassionate, the government has the interest of everyone, including the fishermen.
The exchange has reignited public concern, with the United Workers' Party now calling for greater transparency and accountability as grieving families continue to seek answers. Every survivor deserves to be heard once, not forced to relive their trauma over and over again. That's the goal of a new nationwide initiative introducing standardized protocols for responding to gender-based violence. But while advocates applaud the reforms, they caution that victims cannot afford delays in accessing the care and protection they need.
So it's no longer a case where they have to go to the police officers, where they have to go back and relieve the kinds of experiences that they have. So what would have happened? It will be a lot of data sharing. We're hoping that a lot more will be done in securing that information. Also, we need to think about confidentiality, because we know the kinds of difficulties that victims and what they endure. So the data sharing, it must be secure. So we have to look at it in terms of technology.
The official also emphasizes the importance of including civil society and community members as part of training, as these are often the first point of contact for victims. As St. Lucia joined the international community in observing World Youth Skills Day on July the 15th, the spotlight was on preparing the next generation for an evolving job market. From technical training to entrepreneurship, the National Skills Development Center says investing in practical skills is key to creating a stronger workforce and more opportunities for young people.
Having that skill is important, people. Out there, the employers are asking for all of those skills. And may I mention a few of those skills that they're talking about? They're talking about waitresses, waiters, culinary. The biggest one is cooks and culinary people, chefs. They really need that. They also talking about houseman. There's something called a houseman and housekeepers and all of that they're really in need of. But don't just come with that skill. Have the softer side.
Dr. St. Pri says she's encouraged by the continued support of stakeholders as the center refines its training programs to meet industry standards. She notes that critical thinking and problem solving are essential components of the curriculum, helping graduates become more competent and competitive in the workforce. That's the news. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Join us at noon for our next News Major. I'm Timothy Polion. Good morning.
Thank you, Newsroom. Let's take a break and come right back. Stay with us. And this coming 26th of July, of course, the Grocery Queen pageant is going to be on. It has become a staple on the calendar of events around the summertime, and it's back on again. And one of our team members, Jaden, has been reaching out and been talking to the organizers and some of the queens as well. Some of the participants, I should say.
DBS family, good morning once again. And I'm here joined by two lovely young ladies who are representing within the Grocery Carnival Queen pageant. Good morning, ladies. How are you feeling this morning?
Good afternoon.
Well, afternoon, morning. To them it's morning, so we're saying good morning, right?
Okay, good morning.
All right. So firstly, let's each of you introduce yourselves to St. Lucia and who you're representing.
My name is Kalia Everest, and I am your Miss All Wealth Inc. in the Queen of Grizzly pageant 2026.
My name is Brianna Anthony, and I am your Miss Jimmy Group, where we create life's most beautiful moments.
All right, all right. Looks like y'all were representing your sponsors there, boy. All right. So, Kalia,
Yes.
let's start with you. Tell me, how has it been so far in terms of the journey with the pageant so far? How's it been?
So far, I believe the journey has been very transformative for me. I believe I'm learning a lot about myself that I never knew. It has been challenging in terms of managing everything and balancing my time. However, I do feel like that has been a reward for me throughout this journey. It's almost to the end, so I'm just taking in as much as I can, just continuing to learn, continuing to connect with the people around me, and just learn the different things, learn how to communicate better, learn how to manage my time better, learn how to work with others more efficiently. I really do believe I'm just continuing to grow with this entire pageant journey.
Excellent, excellent. Different question for you now, Rihanna. So,
Sure.
when it comes to you and your fellow contestants, you guys have been going, because I mean, you are traveling with your sponsors.
Yeah.
You are looking at it on an individual basis. But when it comes to the sisterhood, because we always see now, especially now, and it's a beautiful thing to see that you ladies grow that sisterhood together.
Yeah.
How has that been? I'm sure you probably started because you are a little more reserved, a
Yes,
little more
I
quiet,
am.
but look at you now, you're blossoming out.
Yes.
How has the sisterhood been and how has it benefited you and helped you to shape yourself today?
Well, honestly, I believe that the sisterhood from the start, it has been really good. We became very comfortable with each other in such a short period of time. And yes, I'm a very reserved person, but talking to them, being with them, communicating with them every day, it has taught me to come out of my comfort zone. I've been watching them. I've been learning how they express themselves, and I've just been taking in everything that they have to teach me. And yeah, it has been a very good journey with them so far, and we have a very good bond, and I love it.
Excellent,
Yes.
excellent. And I'm sure you guys are going to continue with
Yes.
that even afterwards.
Yes.
All right, so I hope to see you all line in
Of
and
course,
enjoying
we
and
already
posting.
have
and-
things planned.
Question to both of you now. In what ways would you say pageantry really shapes you? 'Cause we're talking now on the individual basis, right? Because I'm sure a lot of young ladies are watching who are interested and they're probably saying, well, boy, I don't know if I'm made for this. Should I go for it? What is in store for me? What can I expect and so on? What can you say to them?
Well, I would say that pageantry is very demanding of your time. You need to manage your time on, I would say, create schedules, plan accordingly, because in pageantry and working at the same time, you would have to know how to manage it both. Some of us, we also go to school as well, so that's very time consuming. The pageantry has so many interviews, so many activities to go to. So I would say that pageantry is very demanding based on like time management.
Right, right.
Yeah.
As for me, I would tell anybody who is interested in pageantry to go for it. I would want to use myself as a testimony, not just me, but my fellow pageant sisters and everyone who has participated in pageants as a testimony as to what the pageant does for a young woman. Earlier I did state that I feel like I have grown, and I believe that with anybody who does participate in pageantry would also go through that same development as well. I believe that it helps in so many ways, again, in connecting you and just helping you learn little skills along the way. And of course, it doesn't even matter about who sometimes is crowned on the night, the journey itself can shape you, and also after the pageant you may be recognized in places that can take you so far in life. And we have so many people who have participated in pageants before that are now doing so well, even if they did not win on the night of. So I would always definitely recommend somebody that if it is your passion, to just go for it, take the step, and use any one of us as, you know, a living testimony as to how pageantry can change your life and what it can do for you.
Wow, and from hearing that from both of you, I'm sure any young lady watching there, you know what's in store, and that means, hey, go for it, right?
Yeah.
And recently we did a feature here where we had an organizer, well, from an NGO, and one of the initiatives is that some of our students got to participate in original showcasing, and then we caught up with two of the students from the St. Joseph Convent who got the opportunity to head on over. Was it where did they go? Panama. Yeah, they went on over to Panama, and we had the opportunity, or the privilege rather, to have a talk with them about some of the experiences that they had, and it was quite refreshing actually. These two lovely young ladies here were two of those who had to learn Spanish because you traveled to Panama, right? Yeah. Right. So we're excited now. We want to know what that experience was like for you guys, from the research part of it, being able to do research that you know was not just going to sit on a table in a desk in your schoolroom and just stay there, you know, just for the sake of saying I did something, but something that actually had the ability to be heard globally and possibly, you know, enact change, positive change. That's huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, come on now. That is huge. So you tackled what again? What was your project about?
The effects on the community by the Deglo landfill.
Right. And you part of that community, or you just did it on them?
I didn't know that the landfill was located in a community, so I wanted to find out how the community was affected by the landfill.
What did you find out, girl? I'm interested as well. I'm indebted right now.
I found out that many people are not affected by the landfill, and it does not really, the garbage, there's not really rubbish on the road or the smell. But I also observed that the direction that the wind blows from the landfill is the side that is highly affected.
Right.
Like the wind will blow the smell to that side.
Right. And it's like, it's back in the community somehow?
Pardon?
The wind blowing it, is it back in the community?
No,
not
wind,
really.
The
away.
wind blows like
away
east.
From the community. How does it blow?
From the landfill, it goes down east.
So it doesn't go into the community. Not really. It does.
It does go.
Oh, to like, but how you mean it don't affect them? Or you affect them? How do you say it
affects those that are east of the landfill.
Okay.
Because the wind blows east.
So it doesn't not the whole thing. You thought it was. I would have think so too. Everybody in mess. Right. But okay, not everybody is affected. But what the people that you spoke to that are affected, how?
Those who are affected said that when the trucks come down, they go up like to their side, and the leachate from the trucks drops onto the road, and the dust, it turns into dust, and it flies into the pipes. It goes into the pipes and affects their water.
Oh my God, we have a problem there, don't it?
And the flies also follow the trucks, and it go like chose them, and the smell as well.
Oh, that must be uncomfortable. What about you? What did your project? What did you research?
So my project was the effects of burning rubbish on the soil and plant growth, and I conducted it in my community, Monarch.
Okay, so Mopo in the building. Yes. Auntie Martha. Yeah.
I went around in the community asking whether they burnt rubbish, how often. I asked them if they grew plants near where they burnt the rubbish, and then I also tested the soil, and like I grew plants using my soil samples that I took.
Okay.
And I realized the plant did grow better in soil where the rubbish was burnt. But then through further research, I found out that it's only a temporary boost. And yeah, it's only a temporary boost. And burning the rubbish itself removes some nutrients from the soil.
Okay. So right. So you don't get excited too quick.
Yeah, don't get excited too quick. It's only temporary.
It's only temporary. Wow. On that stage now over in Panama, being able to present, what was that experience like for you, and how are you walking away with this?
Okay, so at first I was nervous to present. I was stuttering on my words. I did not know what to say, And when I got there and I was speaking to the judges, like everything just came out and I remembered everything and it just went like with a flow. And I was really excited to get that opportunity to showcase my project. Like it was very challenging to get to that point. Like it was very like
almost intimidating, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. But you did it.
Yes.
Congratulations.
When I got the chance, I was excited, and I'm really glad that I got to go there to showcase the thing. And I saw many other cool projects that were really nice.
Probably explore as well, innit? Right here. I like this. What about you? Being there in Panama, what was the feeling?
Well, on the day of the science fair, I actually woke up sick, so I wasn't feeling well as I stood there, so I didn't have time to concentrate on my nerves. I was just hoping, like, I had a sore throat,
Let me
so
get
I was hoping
today.
that I was clear, my voice was clear and they could hear me. But overall, it went well. I was able to push through, and yeah.
Right, wonderful. Now, let me ask the final question now. Do you guys intend to continue that movement, you know, and carrying concern about the environment, you know? Do you intend to do that?
Yes, I would want to continue that as well. Like
Absolutely.
Maybe continue my research or research on something else.
Absolutely. What about you?
Yes, I do want to continue as well. When I drive around, I look around, see like if there are any problems.
Yeah.
So the next time I
you're more
apply,
conscious now,
yes.
innit? Absolutely. What would you say to other young people? Because they may not want to be hold a career within the field, you know, of environmental, but we all are part of the environment and we all have a role and a part to play. So what do you say to other persons like yourself when it comes to the environment?
To other persons, like for me, I did not like science. I rather business. But I would say that if you don't, that you should really try it out because science is very interesting. And I have a passion for science right now from doing the showcase. And you should really try it out and look for like minor problems in your community which you can look at to help your community become better.
I love it. What about you?
Yes, I agree with her as well. Like, you know, you might not be sure, but just trying it out, because once you get into it, you do the research, then you'll become invested. Because right now, we don't really have an interest in the environment because we don't know anything about it. But once you get to do the research, you learn more, and that's when you begin to
you get
care.
to connect a little deeper. It makes sense. You ladies are brilliant, and I'm happy you got that experience, and we're looking forward to the environmentalists in the future. Absolutely?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. All the best. So far, we've given you Calypso Queen, we've given you Groovy Queen, and we have one king amongst them, and we saved it for last. So this is your Soca Monarch King for 2026, Ezra the Funmachine. Listen, I need to walk Ezra the Funmachine prepared. I need to walk with a platform, a stool, because every time we have to do an interview, he said you have to stop down or have to try and... But we good. Congratulations, brother. Listen, the last time you did this, and the first and the last time you did this was 2014. Right.
It's been
and a long time you're there, you're offering. The music was coming down, your energy is always present. Nobody can deny your contribution every year, but you just fall short of the actual title every year.
Right.
So, capturing that this year, I think you came prepared. If I'm to be honest with myself, I think this year you actually made that. I don't know, but the way I looked at it from the preliminaries, when I looked at you on your performance from the preliminary rounds of the competition and then into the semi-finals, I say this man decide this year he's here to take this thing and prove himself back again and lay you all on the sound. I felt that energy from your delivery from preliminaries. So was that a conversation you had with yourself?
Well, not necessarily, because I mean, when it comes to the competition, like you mentioned, you know, it's been such a long time, and my mindset towards the competition has changed. I believe in, you know, just going out there and contribute first and foremost. And secondly, of course, just putting out quality music to help with the repertoire over the years. And, you know, I find like the competition hasn't really defined me, but has helped in terms of my development, in terms of my craft and pushing my energy, my vibes, and also being relatable, you know, and relevant with everyone. So, you know, I give a lot of thanks to the competition. But for this work this year, I mean, the plan didn't change, just wanted to go out there and execute. You know, the song, I believe, had the elements, it had the right energy, the right vibes behind it. That militant thing, you know, it
and that's
my
you.
personality.
Like it felt,
that's just me.
that was you.
So I was really happy about the execution, and also grateful for my team as well. You know, it was just all-round performance. You know, just really thankful.
I'm curious though, written, arranged, who putting together
as
that
in
piece?
studio, working on music for Carnival this year, and Penn had this concept and stuff that he told me he wanted some assistance with instrumental writing. So I went home the night, wrote the song, and I came back to the studio and I had it with him in mind because DYP is looking to do original music.
Yes.
So I didn't want to put too much lyrics in. You know, it's Penn. And when I demoed it for him, he was like, boy, Ezra, man, that energy you're giving me there, I cannot replicate that. I need you to collab on the track. So I said, all right, no problem, I'd love that. So I gave him 50% of the vocals and I took the other 50%. Yeah, Ezra, man, your energy I feel in there.
Yeah.
So I think 90% of the vocals was me and like 10% was him. But I was like, nah, that's fine. You know, I mean, look, digital kind of project.
Absolutely.
And, you know, we put a song out there and, you know, by the time the deadline arrived for the Soca Monarch competition, that's what I really had available at the time. Granted, that's not what I had moving forward in the season. So, you know, I registered the song and since then it just grew from strength to strength. You know, shout out to Yannick as well. On the rhythm, definitely rhythm, one of the biggest rhythms for the season. And yeah, here we are right now with a big interview with my good friend Maureen.
Absolutely. Listen, man, you are a buddy's buddy. You are a lover of the art form. You support everybody. You cheer for everyone.
Yes,
you know, and this win is no different. You were there. You were jumping up with everybody. You were background singing for most of the people. Like you're just there having fun with the energy. What's next? What does that mean for you now going forward? You can't ignore the fact that you're now the title holder. As much as you're just a fun guy and you're doing the thing for the industry, you know the holder of the title, which is going to come with a lot of.
Yeah, I understand, and I mean, granted, the title is one thing, but you know, just being in a competition over the years as well has helped molded me in terms of the way that I have to carry myself, especially in public. You know, to be I wouldn't want to say influencer, but an example.
You are an influencer,
you know,
very big one.
People just be the example, you know, especially for the youths. I mean, when I walk in the waterfront there, and they're like, hey, look, Ezra, that kind of thing. You know, but at the same time, to use my platform, you know, just to encourage persons to just stay grounded, stay authentic, stay Lucian, do your thing. You know, contribute to the culture. I can't stress enough the word contribution because I know, you know, in St. Lucia we have a lot of talent. You know, producers, the artists out there, everyone. You know, just put in the work and just put in in totality. Trust me, will be great. So, moving forward, this is what it's about. And shout out. Let me just take this opportunity to shout out all the women in St. Lucia because I know this year has been, you know, very difficult year for you guys. A lot of trauma, a lot of, you know, unfortunate incidents in the social media and stuff. But for what it's worth, I mean, we have 5 queens this year, and that just speaks to the perseverance of our St. Lucian women. You know, so shout out to all our 5 queens, our 2 in the Queen Show, Intercommercial, Calypso, and Groovy.
Yes,
all right, I'm the only king apparently, so wow. I'm very lucky in that regard.
Absolutely.
So shout out to all my St. Lucian women on the outside.
Wonderful.
So, you know, my reign as your Power Soca Queen, you know, it's the same vibes. It's me, the Funmachine, Jago City,
Look at it. Somebody done call you. There you go, certainly. Ezra, the take home for Carnival, for